breakthrough moment. The first time that happened for me with AI was probably back around May of 2024, maybe even April, when I uploaded an animate diff video of a weird rotting face morphing into other faces and going to and from like a skull form. It was very abstract and psychedelic, but it touched on something because it went super viral relative to the numbers I was getting at the time. It got a few million views, and that was really great. Later on, I would get many more millions of views on other works, but that was the first time I had really touched on something that resonated with people. And it was crazy. It was an awakening for me as far as what I was doing with my life, because up until that point, it had just been like an obsessive hobby. In the back of my mind, I wanted it to become my full-time thing, my career, to make things like this. But that was the first time when I really realized, oh wait, this is actually going to happen. And I just have to keep going. I have to keep pushing, and eventually I'll get many more millions of views. And lo and behold, I did. And it's just kind of been this series of amazing miracles in my life. When one video will go viral and a week or two later, I'll get another mega viral video. And it just kind of kept going. I would upload animate diff videos of weird morphing faces. In the beginning, it was the morphing faces that really did it for me. Strange transitions and effects that only animate diff is capable of, that struck a nerve with people. Really got some visceral reactions out of folks, good and bad. But the point is, it was landing with people in a way that I had never seen before. So I kept that up for a good while. And then you fast forward a little bit until maybe February or March of this year, when my page kind of just went parabolic. And that was around the time I started using Sora by OpenAI. And I started creating some really strange and bizarre creatures with that technology. Like the kinds you see here on my fellowship page. So when I first posted that video of the weird creature on the streets of Tokyo that kind of vaguely resembles a pet of some sort, except that it has 3 human heads, the piece Look But Don't Touch is what it's called. That one is my, I guess you could say, claim to fame. It crossed 1 billion views. It is, as far as I can tell, the most viewed AI video on Instagram. I don't think that has been passed yet, but if it has, then good for them, I guess. But at least for a while anyway, it was the first and only AI video to cross 1 billion hits. And that changed my life forever. It really opened the door up to opportunities of all kinds. People were just hitting me up, saying if I could do this and that. Like, I started just getting a lot of attention. I ballooned to over 1 million followers. I'm now approaching 2 million, which is just so surreal for me to even think about. 2 million Instagram followers. It's like, what are the odds? But and it wasn't just that video. It was a series after of those kinds of videos, again, like the kind you see here on Fellowship, that just kept doing numbers. Like, they were touching on something, some sort of like, what do you want to call it, a zeitgeist moment. But it was resonating with folks. People thought it was the strangest thing to look at. It was so destabilizing and unusual. It was weird, truly weird. Like, you think you know what you're looking at, but a second or two later you have to double take and think to yourself, wait a sec, something's a little bit off about this. And I think that's one reason why I named this series Real, is because at first you think these things are real, but then upon closer inspection you realize something is very, very wrong. And it's very fun to mess with people's heads in that way.